Evil Dead Rise has Ellie get possessed and her family has to survive in an apartment building they are trapped in. So the positives on this film are the Necronomicon looks cool with the sharp teeth on the side. That was such a really cool design. I liked it. Alyssa Sutherland as the main Deadite who gets possessed does a really good job. She's sadistic and creepy, so I really liked that. And this movie has a lot of gore, so that's cool. So just like an Evil Dead movie should, it has a lot of gore, a lot of blood, so that's really cool. But on to the negatives. The intro to this movie doesn't really lead anywhere. These are the characters in the intro we'd never see again. The first time that I saw this, I was pissed off that after the intro, it said 1 day earlier. So it's like, that kind of ruins everything. So what, is everyone gonna die in the apartment building? And I was right about that. I was pretty much right. This movie is really slow. We don't get into the Deadite stuff until like 40 minutes into the movie. I mean, aside from the intro, which you get some Deadite stuff, you get some gore there, but like still, just for the main plot of the movie, you don't get into the real Deadite stuff until 40 minutes into the movie, which is way too long for me. And also, even after that, I think it's still pretty slow. Even though they changed the setting to a high-rise instead of a cabin in the woods, it really doesn't do anything new. It's just the same Evil Dead chaos, just in a high-rise building instead of a cabin in the woods. So, that was just kind of boring. It kind of feels like a lesser version of Evil Dead 2013. It's not as scary, it's not as brutal, it's not as bloody. And if I'm gonna watch an Evil Dead film with intense gore, I'll just watch Evil Dead 2013. And the last negative on this is it feels like it's just about the gore and the scares, and there's not really an engaging story. You can say that for the first Evil Dead film, sure, but that's the first one, and it's like they went in with that goal of like, let's just make a gory, scary film. While this, I think they could have done a little bit more. Like, this movie is 40 years after the original. They could have done a little bit more in the story and character department for Evil Dead Rise. So, in the end, this was a disappointing film for me, honestly. And actually, I actually have an idea for the next film that they could do. For the next movie, what they should do is they should make an action-styled Evil Dead movie. Take the action and adventure and funness of, like, Army of Darkness and combine it with the level of gore, brutality, and blood of Evil Dead 2013. Put those together, and I think that would make a really fun, gory, but also different enough movie. Like set it in the jungle or whatever, and have Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams come back, and pair him up with Mia from the Evil Dead reboot. And I mean, like, I am saying reboot, but Evil Dead could also be a sequel to the original Evil Dead, because I think even at the end of that they have Bruce Campbell in there. So I mean, like, pair off Ash Williams and Mia into one movie, and set it in the jungle and make a brutal, gory, action-styled Evil Dead film, and I think you'd actually have a really good movie. Certainly a really fun movie, and a movie I think I would enjoy way more than this. So I mean, like, Evil Dead Rise, this is the only film that I was disappointed with. So that's my review on Evil Dead Rise. Thanks for watching.